So this is the final bicep exercise I have in my arm day for biceps, and it's the hammer curl. So this one is also another exercise that tends to be bastardized, to say it bluntly. A lot of people swing the weight, so here's where you're going to see a lot of form and technique go out the window. It's hard to decide if you're quitting because your arms are tired or if you can keep lifting because you're throwing the weight. We're not trying to create momentum on certain exercises because they make it too easy to keep it going. I've done hammer curls with like 90-pound dumbbells. They weren't clean, and that's why I was able to do it. Now, is that safe? Does that fatigue the rest of my body because all the extra muscles involved? Is it actually targeting the muscle you want it to make grow? So when your thumb is in this position, the up position, I don't actually know the technical term for that one. I know when your palms are facing the floor, it's pronated. When they're facing the ceiling, it's supinated. That's about as much as I know. But there is an extra part to the bicep. It's your brachioradialis. It's this muscle that sticks out on your forearm. It actually comes across the elbow and inserts somewhere over here between your bicep and your tricep, and it helps to bend the elbow. It's like an extra bicep muscle. So that's why on most exercises, when we take a thumbs up position, pulling down or pulling into us, rowing, we tend to be able to lift more. So we could take advantage of that extra muscle aiding in the process of lifting the weight. Here we're trying to isolate it. So just like the other bicep curls, we don't want the elbows to drift behind us so that we can make it easier to lift the weight. We want to keep our elbows fixed. Because I'm not using anything to maintain my elbow position, I have to squeeze the elbows into my sides and not change that. I have to make sure I'm not throwing or rotating the weight with my core. I'm not trying to build a big core here or hurt my back. And then lastly, where the dumbbell is going when I curl it. Straight down, straight up, right? This muscle just runs in a straight line. I don't need to make it any fancier than this. I'm going to get a good squeeze so I can feel that muscle engage, and then I can keep it engaged as I lower the weight and then squeeze it again. And the last thing is, I'm not bringing it across my body. Technically, this is a different exercise. If you're going across your body, it's called a pinwheel curl. I said hammer curl. I'm going to stay within my boundaries. Also, the pinwheel curl, you can only do alternating. You can't do them at the same time. So because of that alternating movement, you end up having to do more reps, right? Like, because I count 1, 2, 3, 4. You end up having to do longer sets, which I'm all about efficiency. I'd rather curl both arms at the same times and get it all done faster. And that's why I don't like a lot of single leg exercises and single arm exercises. They just take too darn long. So just going to keep our elbows fixed against the side, and we're going to just pull the thumbs straight up to the shoulders, feel the elbow squeeze, bring it down under control, and right back into the next squeeze until the muscle quits. Here'd be a good time to do a drop set, extend the effort. I'm going to cut the weight in half, or not in half. I'm going to drop 25% of the weight just so I can get a couple more reps and feel that burn. Elbows against the sides, squeeze, stretch, squeeze, stretch. Oh, shit. That's the one. Because I know when I'm failing on this because the range of motion shortens. I can't get it all the way up to like an acute angle. I can't feel my bicep touch my forearm. I start to only be able to get like 90 degrees. All right, exercise is done. And that's it. Almost every exercise I do, I always do like a little drop set. I drop the weight a little bit so I can extend the effort and feel the muscle push a little bit harder. If I notice I'm having recovery issues with the intensity of adding that extra set, I just take it out. It's my first week doing it, so the only thing that might change between now and these 100 days that I'm trying to implement, and I'm showing you the exact exercises I'm doing for everything and why I'm doing them, then I'll let you guys know if and why it's changing. For now, over the last 2 weeks, I've been experimenting on which exercises I like the most, what I feel address the muscles in the ways that I want them to improve, and here we are reviewing each exercise one at a time.